Vlogging is not as easy as I thought it would be. My videos are boring. My personality comes off as stale and bland. When I've had jobs and worked with people, they say, "Oh, you're funny. You should do stand-up, or you have a good personality. Get into acting or something." But when I hit record or get in front of a camera, I have zero personality. It all melts away. Anyways, it's kind of fun keeping this anonymous. That way I can hopefully loosen up and feel like I can be myself and share odd parts or beliefs that I might want to dabble in that might not be my actual beliefs, but I might, you know, experiment in my brain a little better. Anyways, I think this is probably the only way to make this watchable is to make it like more of a health and fitness vlog, which I haven't started. Like, I noticed when I post the first things, I ramble a lot. I don't have coherent thought as much as I used to. I think because I'm becoming a hermit and I don't socialize. I just am Uber and Lyft driver. I don't talk to anyone unless I just answer their questions quickly and focus on driving. And I think it's starting to show. So I think hopefully this will help, forcing myself to slow down and talk to this thing pretty frequently will help my brain stay fit. But like I was saying, this is probably the only way to make this kind of watchable and have a theme to it is probably health. I'm not doing anything. I'm not working out or doing anything special. I eat once a day with a snack in the evening because that's just my schedule. So I'm almost on an OMAD. But, right now I got my coffee. And I guess I'll share, I make my coffee with like decaf because I get panic attacks. And caffeine seems to trigger it if I overdo it. And I'm predispositioned to like heart failure and heart problems. My dad passed away from it, and I had an EKG, and I kind of have a messed up Q wave or T wave. I don't remember what it was, but they're saying probably I'll have the same issue my dad had, which wasn't necessarily from lifestyle or diet. It was just, sometimes it's just in your genes for stuff to break down a little earlier than others. But in my coffee, I got goat milk, which I like to get because they say it's better for you. It's less processed. It's not common. I get it at Walmart. I think you can get goat milk at Walmart. And I put my own sugar in there, and in my sugar blend, I put like everything in it. I like to make little concoctions and potions, be like an alchemist, where I put a little bit of everything here and there. Probably not even enough to taste. The main flavors are just going to be sugar with a hint of cinnamon. But there's Ovaltine in here, a dash of that in my sweetener that I put in a jar. Like, I saw a video about the 18th century, cooking with the 18th century. You can Google that if you're interested in that type of thing. It's cool little video, little snippets and windows into the past of how they did things. But the housemaids and people who took care of those things always had what they called house salt and house sugar, where they put their own spices in it. Spices were like evidence of prestige back in the day. They'd have their cabinets like a safe with all their exotic spices. But they'd put a little bit of blended and everything in there, so every house would have a slightly different flavor profile to their salt and sugar. So I thought that was a cool idea, and I just do it myself. And in my sugar, I put basically mostly sugar, whatever's the cheapest at the store if I'm broke, or I'll get the fancy pants marketed organic, cane sugar or stuff with a little more molasses. Mix it with white sugar and brown sugar so it shakes easy and doesn't stick like a brick. I put cinnamon in there, nutmeg, a little bit of ginger. But for the most part, those other pieces that I put in there, I try to keep too subtle because I don't like it tasting too exotic. Around pumpkin spice season, I'll add more of that stuff in there because it'll taste like pumpkin spice. You basically just have cinnamon, sugar, you add nutmeg and ginger, and it'll taste like pumpkin spice for anyone who likes that type of flavor. I'll put a little bit of salt in there too. mostly to keep the sugar from sticking to itself and all the spices. It keeps it so I can shake it up. You know, like I said, those other things I kind of put it in there enough that I can't detect them. I put a little bit of no salt in there too because my body dumps potassium for some reason. It helps stop palpitations, or which can help with the anxiety attacks and all that. But I guess that's it. I'm sharing my coffee concoction and my little thought process behind it, because I'm pretty sure this will end up being a health channel. I plan on using it so I can stick to a health journey for about 2 months more than I would. Not jumping on it now because I got to get moved out of this place, but I'm going to use my new place as an excuse to stick to something for like 90 days. Maybe we'll see a difference. Maybe I'll lose some of this fat. Maybe my skin will get nicer. You know, that's the one thing I noticed getting older. I'm 37. I used to have skin. People used to always ask me if I used lotion or said I had skin like a girl, and I didn't notice it because it's my skin. But now that I'm aging, I kind of notice it. You know, the collagen isn't the same. It's not as the elasticity or something's changed. Maybe that'll come back because I heard that on one of those videos they say sugar, it oxidizes you when it stays in the blood. I definitely like my sweets. So maybe if I cut them out and actually go about 3 months without them in the system, maybe some of the collagen and elasticity will return. I mean, you can only hope to turn back time. Everybody's been trying to turn back time and reverse aging, and so far no one's really cracked the code in a good enough way that, you know, that really changes the general public or society as a whole. We all just kind of have our own thoughts and take on it. But we'll see if I'm able to have a noticeable change or anything like that. Thank you guys for watching. Anyone who does watch this, wish you the best. Don't be afraid to be, if you, don't be afraid to try going on your own and being a loner for a little bit. Tough it out. It's not for everybody. Some people like me just end up that way because I'm just too unique. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But I wish you all the best. I hope everyone finds their own truth, their own path to happiness. And TTYL. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.